I appreciate your assistance with this hunt, my lord. I was unaware you had the time for such activities, given your duties.
Nonsense. I've more than enough time for a hunt with a friend. You've gotten busy yourself now that you are head of your household. I'm told your family makes the best wine in the village. Perhaps I will taste a bottle as well. I will send a servant to purchase one. On second thought, I would like you to deliver it. It is your family's business after all. It would be best if the creator of the wine presented it himself. Of course, I cannot endorse this wine without a taste. You will join me for a drink once it is delivered.
Of course, my lord. He never used to act this strange. It's unnerving. Yet who am I to deny a lord?
Lord or not, he has no right to use his status for his own pleasures. Have you met with him at all?
Of course not.
Then there still may be a way to sway his attention away from you. And fortunately, he is the most powerful man in the village and the most heavily protected. Despite that, there is one thing that makes him weak. He is just a human, after all.
Hello, hi, my name is MomoMorgana, and welcome back to The Sims 4 Ultimate Decade Challenge. I almost forgot the name of the challenge. And I also just realized, wow, my audio is not working. There we go, it's fixed. All right, so as you saw in the machinima, there's some interesting things happening, but before I get started with that, you might be looking at your screen thinking, what the heck is going on? Well, in Create a Sim, their eyes are normal, but in Live mode, Albretta and Agnes have developed some interesting eye colors. Albretta's eyes took on this blue pupilless eye with the red hue, and you're gonna have a dramatic reveal, Agnes. Are you gonna open your eyes? Please open them. There we go. And she ended up getting these pink eyes. I went into Create a Sim to change it, and then I came back in game and it was like this. So I'm just gonna say that their power is growing. They're second generation spellcasters technically, so they're definitely gonna be a lot stronger than their mother, and they're hybrids. Let me make sure they're second generation. Yep, strong bloodline. So maybe the stronger their bloodline gets, the more these traits pop out as they grow older. Who knows? But Stephen's still in bed because why would he be up with anybody else who's doing his chores for him? But we are moving on. But basically, as you can see in the machinima, Stephen is in a little bit of a predicament right now. So in the previous episode, it seemed that he may have fallen a little bit for his close childhood friend Ali, who I checked in his household. Ali also has an unexpected crush with Stephen, so they are crushing on each other and also not telling each other. Though they don't necessarily find each other attractive, they feel close in that they have a... Oh, wait. Never mind. I guess Stephen no longer has an unexpected crush on him. They both had an unexpected crush last time I was here, but I guess it went away. Probably because of Lord Stephen. But Lord Stephen as Lord Stephen, you know, gotta make sure it's separate. Lord Stephen is one of his friends that he was friends with when he was a child. He was not supposed to be Lord, but his father passed away right when he turned into a teenager, so he was catapulted into that life. And in the machinima, these two are finally talking. Stephen actually has some time to hang out with his friends once more. And he kind of hinted at being a little bit interested in Stephen. Stephen would much rather, I don't know, clearly he's not in love with Ali. Ali definitely does have an unexpected crush on Stephen though. But I can't say the same as for Stephen anymore. I think now he's feeling conflicted between Stephen and Ali. Because at this point, who is Stephen to go against the whims of, you know, to go against the whims of a lord, the most powerful man in his village, you know? But at the same time, who is he to not be autonomous? He's never been told what to do by anybody his whole life. So, I don't know, he's in a bit of a triangle situation. He's not necessarily in love with anyone quite yet. He's not soulmates with anyone. But he's in a rough spot for sure. And to To make things even rougher, his mother and grandmother have been pushing him to look for, not look for, but to start considering or take, not considering, he doesn't have a choice, but to start taking potential marriage much more seriously. So his mother and grandmother worked together to compile a list of potential suitable women who are age appropriate for him. We'll go through this list. Maybe we'll go see what these ladies are like sometime today. I think that'll be fun. There's a handful of unmarried women he could potentially get with who are age appropriate. But I think at some point he might make his own list of his type. So I let him get a little closer to Ali off screen so that I could run my LGBT mod. So man's is just gay. I was hoping for like a bi or a pan to make things easier for me. Nope, he's pulling a Humphrey and deciding that my life should be just as difficult as his. So I don't know, Stephen, but he is snoring away. It's almost 10 a.m. and everyone else is up. Oh, the girls are getting along. I'm glad they're getting along a lot more. But with that said, we're working on the chores of the morning. Mary is up. She's just kind of been on her own doing a lot of the chores she could get her hands on right now. Alberta and Agnes are taking some time to talk to each other. Annabelle's only awake because she spends most of the night doing her chores, so she sleeps pretty late into the day. So that's okay. So yeah, everyone's just getting started with their day. But Stephen, you literally filled up your sleep bar. Why are you sleeping? Oh, Yesenia is potentially going on a date with someone named Shauna. Do what you want. You're not part of my household. That being said, you're literally fine. Why did you reset your sleep? Get your lazy self up, you bum. Okay. So get up and let's get some food. Let's get some breakfast. Because we actually, now that I think about it, most of the chores are pretty much already done because of Mary. So shout out to Mary, but we do need to get Stephen kind of up and going at the moment. So once he's done getting himself ready for the day, I think it'd be a pretty good time to just take a look at these potential ladies. He's of course not going to be choosing anyone right now, and as far as we're aware, he's not like going to be in love with them because they're not his type. But we never know. We never know. Thomas wants to come over and hang out. Yeah, I think you should. There's some strange happenings happening with my sisters. They are, they say they feel okay, but their eyes are, oh, Agnes hurt herself. I'll give you some privacy. There we go. But their eyes are being a bit, strange. I think Thomas having children with those eyes would be helpful. So you're not, Thomas. Why are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? I hope you're not. I feel like you're on the list of potential wives. Are you on his potential wives list? Also, some of the ladies on this list do have children, either because they're widowed or in a situation like a lot of Stephen's cousins where they got pregnant and the man is nowhere to be found. But if the case happens where he does get with someone who has children and he ends up being a stepfather, I don't mind adding stepchildren to the household and treating them like his own, but they will not be in the running to be heir to the Smith legacy. So even if those stepchildren are the eldest, they'll be considered family, but they'll be immediately considered a side household because I want to follow bloodlines. I want to follow blood specifically. Just to make things a little easier on myself because you have a lot of stepkids. So yeah, I think you're done eating now. Please be done. So let's just start a gathering. I want to give everybody a moment to pop up. Thomas is here, so let's get Thomas to see his sisters-in-law so that they can. Okay, Death, relax. But I want the girls to kind of reveal themselves to him and see what he thinks is happening. Of course, Annabelle is here. She's been keeping the secret about her hybridism for a while now. Okay, people are piling in and they're in on conversations they do not need to be in on. So let's head to our iconic benches. Everybody, bring yourself over here. All right, while we're here and while we wait on everybody to show, because I don't want anyone to start walking away, I think this is a good time to start going through the ladies. So let's start off with Arya, who we've seen a couple times now. This is actually one of Mary's nieces. Yeah, this is one of Mary's great nieces, I believe. So technically Stephen's second or third cousin, something like that. Close enough for me to think it's gross, but far away removed for the Sims game to think that they're okay to be married. So technically not a Smith, but a shearer. One of the alien shearers. So, well, she's not an alien. She's a hybrid, clearly, like his aunt. So I would say I wonder what's his type, but none of them are. Unless he unless he has another revelation soon and he's like, actually, I might I might be bi, you know? But that's Arya, who we know and love. I wanted Morgan to be in the running, but Morgan actually just recently married someone else who I'll show this more deeply in the side household update, but a snippet of the side household update that's coming soon. Morgan got married to a Slack, so she lives still in the village in his house. But let's go see Daniela. I'll be honest, I feel like she might be distantly related to us as well. Ziegler? No, she's not. She's related to somebody. She's related to somebody we know. I just can't remember exactly who she is. But yeah, this is Daniela Ziegler, who lives. Where do you live? In Oasis Springs. So she's from the what do I call it? The Uncharted lands. I keep forgetting what I call it, but basically the territory that's pretty dangerous. Dangerous lands. Charlene, please. I'm having a terrible time right now. Charlene, who is pregnant. Wow, what a first impression, Charlene. This is how you want to come to meet a potential husband, pregnant with another man's child. At least have given birth already. At least have some decorum. So this is Charlene. She's early in her teen years. She's from Windenburg, so there might be a bit of a language barrier there. She's part of the Baker family, so her family might be Bakers. I don't know. But she's beautiful, though. So I don't know if he were to choose a wife, because he needs a wife like on paper to have children with, but I don't see himself being a very loving husband because all of his attention will be towards other men, right? Especially if he finds like a soulmate or a lover, like that'd be really awkward. Really awkward. This is Charlene. So far, if he were to get with anyone, I'd say Daniela or Charlene. Probably Charlene because I want these blue eyes to come into the family. Now, Ileana, who is running away somewhere, I think she'd also be a pretty good fit. I just like her facial structure a lot. We don't really have a lot of round faces in the family tree. She's from Willow Creek, no children. She's a Pelletier. I don't know that family tree, but she's one of them. Next up, Julissa, who's right next to her, who is really pretty, has sharp teeth apparently, and looks like she is off of the freshest shrooms from the woods. Where are you from? She's from Willow Creek as well. She has one parent. I don't know. I literally know nothing about most of these guys. Kim, who is right here with the locks. This is Kim. Honestly, all of these ladies are pretty, but I do have my favorites. Kim Tovar. The name is familiar, but I can't remember exactly where she's from. Okay, she does have a child. James Tovar and Connie Tovar. The names are familiar, but I can't remember who they are. And she has one child, so if he married her, he'd have a stepchild. Sally, who is all the way over. Oh, that was crazy. Sally, who I think lives in the village. Yes, Nicholas and Theo Cruz. Okay, yes, she does have a child out of wedlock, and technically they're distantly related. I think I explained this in a previous episode or in an episode. I can't remember exactly when, but Mary's brother had a stepson and his mother died. So when her brother and his biological child and his wife died, her step nephew took over. But for some reason, the game doesn't register him as being part of the family tree. And so the Cruzes are technically technically step family, but I guess because all their connecting lines died when he was young, he was a child. I think that the game completely forgot that they were family, but they're technically, if you want to be technical, technically like a third or fourth cousin, third or fourth step cousin. So not blood related at all, but there was marriage in there somewhere. Her great her grandmother was married to his great grandfather or something like that. I don't know. But they're not related, but that's just a little bit of lore of Henford on Bagley. And this is another one I'm actually excited for. Her father, was her father a spellcaster? No, he wasn't. Her father was a human, but he had really cool genes, which is why she's got like these cool looking gray eyes. She's really pretty. She's making a crazy face. That's insane for you to walk away from the camera like that. I promise most of the time she don't look like this. I don't know what she's doing. She must have been on the same shroom some other girl was on. But these light blue eyes plus the she's got some light freckles and beauty marks. I would love for those to be passed on as well. So yeah, that's it. Not a lot of ladies in the running this time, and it's going to be really difficult to narrow them down. And I'm not necessarily doing that this episode. I just kind of wanted us to get a feel of them. Honestly, I don't know if he's even going to take the time to get to know them. It might end up being Mary and his mother who make the final decision for him. So we'll see. It might end up being somewhat of an arranged marriage, but who knows? Maybe I want to see if the ladies would try on their own. Wow, what are you glitched on? Absolutely nothing. What was all that about? What were you doing all that for? Who are you? Kelsey Aguilera. All right. Okay. So I'm going to leave Stephen to pretend to get to know those ladies for a bit. This one came in here, so she knew she had to go straight to the women of the family. So hopefully she's making a good impression, I guess. She's talking to the sisters and the mother and the grandmother. Oh, some of the other women caught on and came in as well. Okay, so we're going to pretend that Thomas had this conversation with the girls separately in a much better environment. But Thomas is probably, let me back up. It's hard to immerse when there's other people around, you know? Something about, oh, you speak a different language? Yeah, this girl's an alien, I think. So she's probably speaking Siksami. And he doesn't know that language. But they're trying, so if he were to choose for himself, it'd probably be Daniela so far, maybe? Who knows? That's the only one that seems to be talking to each other. The other ones have decided to go for pleasing the women, the older women in the family, which, you know, is probably a smart move, to be honest. But anyways, Thomas has most likely told family, including, you know, the girls of the family here, that that Alberta and Agnes's eye color is most likely caused by some form of mutation, right? He's basically saying, you know, his two youngest daughters so far also have this, where their eyes are almost otherworldly. And it stems from the fact that, you know, his wife is not completely human. And so he's basically saying that these girls have to have some type of magic blood within them, mixed with alien blood, for this to happen. And considering that their father was a full-blooded alien, something must be going on with Alberta. So he's basically saying, Alberta has some type of magic. Now, not Alberta, so sorry. Girl, what's your name? Annabelle. Basically saying that Annabelle has some type of magic. Now, Agnes is acting shocked and everything like that, but she knew. She knew that she had magical blood within her. I just don't think that she thought it would catch up to her in this way. I'm going to end this group. I'm pretty sure everyone got what they needed. So far, it seems like he's closest with Daniela, but nobody else even really talked to him, to be fair. But that's how things are looking right now. Please, no. I just realized that they had some first impressions about certain ladies, so it seems that what is your name? Annabelle. It seems that Annabelle's best first impression is with Taylor Bard. She thinks that she is responsible, which would be a great fit for her admittedly irresponsible son, right? As for Thomas, okay, they had, girl, don't go crazy now. Just because he's attractive, this is a Mises man. Don't do nothing crazy. This is your sister-in-law's man. Um, Funny and interesting. Okay, nice. But I think her top choice so far, and the only one she's really got a chance to meet very well, is Taylor, which is interesting. So she might push him to get to know Taylor. As for Mary, I think she also only met one. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. So maybe I'll invite the girls over at some other point in time, not right now, and have the mother and grandmother get to know the ladies as opposed to Stephen. But for now, Stephen got along the most with Daniela. I'm not sure if that's because they actually got along or because she might be the only vampire. She's not a vampire. Be the only alien that was on the list. But we'll see at some other point. I'll see y'all in the morning. It's the next day, and I got my main household together because we need to take a break and head to Amisa's place because it is one of her children's birthday. And it started snowing overnight. It looks beautiful in Hemford on Bagley. I love when it snows in the game, but especially my more countryside towns. I don't know. I don't really get snow where I live, so the prospect of snow is fascinating. Though I know it is like a bitter, bitter, dry cold. I've barely gotten snow where I live. I think I've experienced snow maybe 4 times in total, if even. Not very often. But this isn't about my lack of snowy experiences. This is about a birthday. We are aging up Rodrigo, and boy, I'm hoping he survives because we lost her other son in the previous episode. I think that was Leonardo that we lost. But anyways, let's just get to it. So he's aging into a child, so we want to avoid numbers 9 and 19. I have my dice ready on the other screen, and he got a 10. Okay, so Rodrigo survives to be a child. So let's just go ahead and age him up. He has a snowy birthday. He can go outside and play in the snow with his siblings. Gonna be cute. Come on, Rodrigo. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. All right, so what do you like, sir? Wow. What a lot of base game traits I haven't seen in a while. So he's evil, a cat lover, and vegetarian. Well, I suppose somebody had to be the evil witch of the family, and it's Rodrigo. So what a what a guy. What would an evil cat lover who's also a vegetarian? So is he just evil to humans? Because he seems to um really honor animal life, the life of animals. I don't know. I'll just I'll give him this mental. Sure. Good enough. Let's pop into create a sim. And here is evil, evil Rodrigo. I just realized, did you get that sharp teeth? That's not what you are. Yeah, you're not that guy. I don't remember what your teeth look like before. But here, take this. Okay, this is little Rodrigo. He's super cute. Apparently also super evil. But you know what? At least he respects animals? Question mark? Whatever. Loaded back into the household, and Alberta has unlocked a new color, apparently. This time she's going with red eyes with the black. Is it called a scalera? Secular? Scalar? I don't know. Black eyes, but red pupils, but no pupils. Whatever. This is her color of the day. Agnes, are you a different color today too? Sure are. All right, what we rocking today, girl? Black and orange. Ooh, that's fancy. Do what you want, girl. I'm not going back into creative sim. All right, so now that we're back in the main household, also look how beautiful everything looks when it's like snowy. We got a fox here searching for chickens. Our Stephen looks confused. Do you not know what snow is, sir? Right, so I was going to have Stephen have another chill day with the ladies, but everyone's gonna just keep running back inside. So I think it actually might be for the best if he met up with Ali for a moment, right? I'm sure his mom and sisters have told them that the reason their eyes are changing color is because their mom potentially has magic, right? So once again, their mom is acting like this is the first time she's even thought of that or something like that. so she's gaslighting everyone. But let's invite over Ali, our other spellcaster friend. We haven't seen him since the machinima, and it's been a while, probably a few months by now. They're supportive? Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's been a little while since then. Ali's gonna freeze to death, brother. Is this your code word for real? Or are you just trying to impress impress your crush? Please put something better on. Did I give you this? That seems like something I would do. Oh, I sure did. Well, suck it up. We'll head inside. I'm not cruel. Let's have them go. I want them to go somewhere private because his sisters and mom are always everywhere. All right, here we go. It took me. Stop it. You don't even make the wine. Now you want to do work when I'm trying to do lore? You already have work. Come on. Okay, so he and his friend Ali are talking. So he's filling him back in on things that have happened these past few months. And they found out that there's magic in their blood. And Ali's just like, yeah, of course there's magic. We've been able to sense it this whole time. Did you not know? So apparently witches can sense each other's magic. Kind of similar to how spellcasters and vampires know. Well, yeah, spellcasters and vampires typically know when there's another spellcaster slash vampire around. So that's how I imagine that to be. So he's just filling him in, and I guess they're coming up with a game plan of how they're going to go about the situation with the Lord, who Stephen really hasn't heard much of in a few months. Thankfully, the Lord is busy. And he'd imagine if his father was still alive and he had a bit more free time, that it would be a bit more difficult to separate himself and get his alone time. So thankfully, that's not really an issue at the moment. I'm having Annabelle make some wine, which her son should be doing, but maybe he has time to learn. Alberta, if you would put clothes on before you started doing all this, then perhaps you get in the house. Well, Stephen went off to work and Ali stuck around. He seems to be getting along pretty well with the family. Let me see. Okay, Mary likes him. I think Agnes liked him too. Oh, bad compatibility, but they're in positive strengths right now. Annabelle is still, not the best mother to Alberta. It seems that Agnes likes Ali. Yeah, everyone seems to like Ali so far. She was making wine and now she's being abducted. Bye. Okay. Now, why is Ali at our front door at midnight? Have his sons be abducted by aliens 3 times. Yeah, Mary got taken twice, and this is Agnes's first time. He finishes wine though. I don't think you can't be kidnapped twice in one night, right? Right? Yeah, you're okay. It's the next morning, and you all may be shocked to see Stephen actually doing a chore for once, and that's because he is officially starting his training in winemaking. He's got to get good at this. For now, Agnes is still going to run the table until he gets better at his abilities, at his salesman's abilities, right? His entrepreneurship and all that. But for now, he could at very least learn the craft, and his mother and grandmother are just, wow, they're just kind of banking on him finding a wife who is responsible and skilled enough to take over once Agnes moves out in the future, right? Because they can't always be here for him, so they're kind of hoping that there'll be a wife and who can kind of keep him in line, right? Unfortunately, whoever this wife is most likely going to end up having to take the brunt of the work he won't want to do, right? So that's the unfortunate part about all of that. But for now, he's just training, he's learning. He's not the happiest about it. He thinks it's gross and something he would rather pay someone to do, but he has no choice, to be honest. Okay. Agnes is here selling her snow-covered wares. I need her mother to move. Annabelle, you are in the way, sister. I think you collected the finely aged wine bottle. I think you only had one. Yep, put that in there. Stephen doesn't have an appointment with the psychiatrist. Yeah, here's Alina, pregnant with not Stephen's baby. At least I don't think it's Stephen's. She's not my main household, so I don't mind doing this. Should be her new husband's. Yep, sure is. This man left his job to go have a snowball fight with his Aunt Victoria. Boy, if you don't do your job, you left your wine just sitting there. And of course, Agnes is clearing her table. We stand Agnes. And he's even learning how to take care of a proper garden. Look at you. Look at you actually doing work for the first time in your entire life. He has an attitude about it, but he's doing it. We're taking a quick break to go visit Denise and see how she's doing, but mostly to age up Madison, which is what we're going to focus on instead. So here's little Madison, our beautiful, beautiful two-toned alien baby who is adorable. She is aging up into a toddler today, if I'm not correct. Let me make sure it's her. Sure is. So she's aging up into a toddler, which means we want to avoid numbers 4, 8, and 12. So let's roll. She got a 2. Oh, I thought that was about to be a 4. Okay. So who's close by to age her up? Your father. Fantastic. So little Madison, I think I'm going to keep the name. It's growing on me. Let's have you be aged up by your daddy. I'm still kind of sad that none of them got his eyes, but that's okay. Yay. All right. Angelic and language savant. Nice. Now let's give her a makeover. And here she is. Oh my gosh, she is super, super cute. I can't get over it. Also, I just wanted to point out this man has only been sleeping with 2 different women and he is completely fine, but he gave both of them some form of STI. Hopefully not an STD, but I think they're okay. I'm not in this household long enough / don't want to bother going into the mod to get the medicine. But his wife has some unbearable burning, and his mistress, something strange is going on down there, and odd stuff is coming out of places. So, shout out to these guys. I wonder how one treated such infections during this time period. Well, I suppose the treatment was no treatment, huh? Or it's probably involved some strange mix of herbs and cloth, huh? Since it's cleared up a tiny, tiny little bit, I think it'd be a good idea for Mary and Agnes to, not Agnes, Mary and Alberta to get a bit more of a sense of the various women that he could get with. So Stephen made a thing. He'd called forth the women. He's called them. He's okay. Take the sheep. I don't care. Leave me alone. We're gonna have them all sit together, and Mary and her daughter-in-law are going to try to get a feel of each of the ladies and make a bit of more of an informed decision on what he wanted to do from there. All right, so she's just trying to see what she has the best impression of. So far, Taylor is still in the running. Okay, so it seems she's made a pretty good impression on Mary as well. I'm honestly just gonna leave these guys to do what they want, and then I'll check in on them a little later. Lady Diamond Friedman has died? No, that was one of Mary's nieces. I think she was just calling to say that Diamond had died. Oh, that makes me feel so sad. Are these guys sad? No, they don't really know her that much. It's just Mary. Mary lost her niece. Sorry, Diamond. It's the next morning and everyone's slowly waking up on this cold winter day. Well, it's getting a bit warmer. It's not blizzarding like it was originally. But I think it's a good time to go over how the ladies felt about their potential future in-laws. So let's see. That's Stephen. So Lady Charlene. I'm not gonna look at how Charlene felt, but Mary thought that Charlene was rather interesting. I think that Charlene is beautiful and would have some beautiful kids. Charlene feels like Mary's a bit stuck up, which when it comes to her baby boy, her grandson, I'm sure she is. She's probably a bit standoffish. Aria? Her and Aria are pretty compatible, but she thinks she's pretty weird, and Aria thinks that Mary's responsible. Aria is a little weird. She was acting strangely, so maybe that's not the best fit. Okay, she was pretty She had a pretty good reaction to Daniela. She knows that she's an alien, which is nice. She feels that she's interesting as well. Is interesting good enough though? Kim, she thinks that Kim is interesting, and everyone thinks that Mary's responsible because she is, to be fair. Okay, so she seems to be closest to Taylor Bard, who is another one I would really like to enter the bloodline. She thinks that she's fun to be around. Taylor thinks that she's interesting, and they seem to have come rather close and connected over some memories somehow. Anyone else? There's Sally. She and Sally, okay, pretty good reactions to each other. Ileana. Okay, Ileana. Oh, she's also an alien? Mary does not find her trustworthy at all, so she might be out of the running. I think that Mary probably has the most of like a say, like enough to sway Stephen in a certain direction. Is that it? I think that's it. So how about you, Annabelle? You are the mother in this situation. That's Selena. She doesn't count. Let's start with Taylor. We already know she and Taylor has some pretty good. Yeah, she thinks Taylor's responsible, so I think Taylor might be the one they set him up with. But let's look at some of the others. Okay, she got to know Stacy, I think. No, this is your. No, you didn't. This is someone completely different. Did you meet anybody? Or did you not get a chance to? Okay, I guess she must have just left it up to Mary then. So for now, I'm gonna say that this terrible, terrible angle. I'm gonna say it's between Kim, Charlene. Sorry, it's between Charlene and Taylor mostly. Mostly Taylor in the lead, and Daniela. These three, Charlene, Taylor, and Daniela. So y'all let me know your thoughts about who Mary should arrange this marriage between. I know she was so anti-arranged marriage because her arranged marriage ended up terribly because she got stuck with a terrible, terrible person. Maybe she's looking at it a bit blindly because it's her grandson, but I don't think she realizes how bad of a husband he'll be. Or maybe she does, and now she's actually kind of understanding where Alice was coming from. Well, at the time of their arrangements, they were children, but maybe she understands where Alice was coming from, where it wasn't even about the other woman at that point. And even though she would sympathize with not wanting to be arranged to a marriage with a random person as a woman, as a head of a household, especially head of a household that's heavily reliant on your son or one of the few boys to take over, and you need to make sure that he'll be okay and able to pass on the bloodline. All of that sympathy and empathy has to be pushed down for the betterment of the family, right? So I don't know. I know Mary is very anti-arranged marriage because of her terrible experience with Amir. She might just arrange a marriage between Stephen and one of the ladies listed below. We have a little bit until then, but y'all let me know. Which one do y'all think Mary would be swayed towards? The options again are, whoa, they're all disappeared. Daniela, the alien. I don't know any of her traits or anything like that, so whoever we marry will be marrying blind, which I think would be kind of fun. The alien, who she finds interesting, but we don't know anything about her. Taylor, who is beautiful and seems to get along very, very well with Mary. Or, geez, did I lose her beat? Here we go. Or Charlene. Charlene doesn't really seem to like Mary so far, but Mary feels pretty strongly about her. So who knows? I know for a fact Charlene has kids as well. Okay, Charlene just gave birth, so Stephen would automatically become a stepfather. He'd have to learn Windenburgish to try to talk to Charlene. Oh, Mary's going through it. Taylor, do you have kids? Taylor has no children. She's a little later into her teen years, but it's okay. And where's the other one? Daniela. Daniela also has no children, and she's from Oasis Springs, so her way of thinking might be a little different because she was raised in why do I keep forgetting? It's my lore. You'd think I remember it, but she was raised in the dangerous part of the kingdom, or not part of a kingdom, a dangerous land. But yeah. With that all said and done though, don't look at your phone on my exit. Here we go. With that all said and done, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode right here. Yeah, let me know your thoughts below, who you think he should potentially get with. But for now, we actually have to gear up to roll to see if he's even going to be here or will he be going to war in the next episode. So if you made it this far into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share your thoughts down below, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.